listen to the little leopard snoring overnight. How cute are they? Oh, I love our leopards. Such a cool habitat as well. I'm glad that they feel safe to be up that high. In hindsight, some of you said in the comments, it's maybe a little high, but I quite like the structure still. And look, they're going to land on their feet anyway, aren't they? Let's be honest, they are cats. So I think for this episode, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to use some transport rides, and we were researching it with our mechanic. So let's see how they got on. I think we're going for more transport rides. They're still researching it. We want a boat ride. So we're going to get Gharials this episode. And again, with the pronunciation, no idea. No idea if I'm right. But we're going to get Gharials. And they are basically interesting looking crocodiles. So they're going to be in the water. And we're going to have a boat ride that's going to go through there if possible. Or at least to go around the habitat, not necessarily through it. So our guests can get like really up and close with Gharial. And I think I'm going to have it to be like a solo section of the zoo. Like just over here, we've got this really cool island. So I think I might just have this be Gharial Island. And look, they've already got this, which I think is just a challenge waiting to happen, that the boat goes through that tunnel. So that's my plan. If we can kind of submerge this outer moat of this island and then have the Gharials live on the island and live in the water around, and then just have a boat that goes round the edge just outside the habitat. That would be really cool. So that is the plan. Let's have a look at how expensive they are though. I don't think they're too bad looking at them. Let's have a look at them on the Zoopedia. Gharial. They're critically endangered. I'm definitely not going to call them Gavialis gangeticus. See, I'm not natively Latin, but I do obviously know a fair bit. Okay, they live in groups of up to 7 of each. Oh, cool. It's male dominance, so we've got to be careful with that though. Oh no, speaking of male dominance, our pygmy hippos are fighting. And is that because there's 2 males? Or is it because we've had our babies have grown up? Right, there's a baby that's grown up and you guys are fighting. Oh, the females, interesting. Okay, well, seeing as we have a young adult now and they're going to be the child of one of them in here. Oh, they were moto. Oh, technically actually they're fine. They could breed with the others. So we've got a new pygmy hippo in here. Let's actually have a see. I think you guys suggested some names. I'm gonna have a look now. I can see that one of you wanted them to be called Lamont. So there he is, our new adult male Lamont. And now we have a decision of which females do we want to keep. We have to keep Gloria, even though she's elderly, just because she's the OG. And then we've got a couple of females here, and then the new female. That's just the youngest. I'm tempted to keep the young one because they're not related to Lamont at all, but they're gonna live longer. And maybe one of our older females, like Data, who's this one that's fighting, should be released. Let's see how many credits we get. We only get 85, probably because she's a little bit older, but I do think she's a good age. We should release her. So I'm gonna get rid of her now. And now the social should be fine again because there's enough of them in the habitat. So yes. I think everyone's still fighting. I'm trying to remember how you see it. I think you click on the animal and then it's social. There you go. Social group is 100%. They're balanced. I don't know if pygmy hippos are ever really mentally balanced, but it's telling us they are. So I'm going to go with it. We could also rename our leopards while we're here. Oh my goodness, they're running. They are running. What are you chasing? They're very like cats in that they just... The wires connect in their head and they just jump at things. Oh, there we go. Blood pumpkin. That's what you guys are going for. Let's have a look at you guys. They're so cool. You have a little snack? Don't poop on the pumpkin. That one looked like it was about to poop. This one here. So we had... Oh, there we go. Every time I zoom in on animals, they poop. I clearly have that superpower. I'm not sure how to use it, really, but it's definitely there. We're going to name our leopards, and I saw a great suggestion was Bagheera, Am I spelling that correctly? Probably not. Let me just check. Okay, Bagheera, that's how you guys have spelt it. So if that's wrong, it's not me this time. But for our male from the Jungle Book. And then we had loads of suggestions for the female as well. Like loads of suggestions. I think the one I'm going to go with is Shearer. Because I think that's very cute. Oh, Shearer's climbing. Can't just stand in it normally. Okay, now she's just walking through things. I'm gonna go away from them. I think they're okay. We also didn't name our baby Siberian tigers. Look at them in here, or our male, or our adult Siberian tigers. Oh my goodness, are you dead, Lev? Are you just chilling? Jay chilling. Okay. All right then. I can get that. I think a great name for him is Casper, given his coat. So good shout from the comments, guys. And oh, I'm going to pause the game because I don't want our lemurs to inbreed, but I do want to name the tigers while we're here. That was so weird. I just looked at the lemurs and I think they stopped inbreeding because I think the male became elderly, so they didn't breed anymore, but there we go. We've got our female tiger in here now, and I'm going in and out of the cave, and I don't know why, but look at how cute they are just sleeping in here. So our beautiful orange female tiger is going to be Jasmine from Aladdin because it's really cute. And I know that's not the name of her tiger, but I think that Jasmine is really cute. And then for the babies, so as they were born at the sunset, I think we're going to name this one Sunset and this one Dusk. And then the last one, Tony, because, you know, Tony the tiger. Really great suggestions for Sunset and Dusk. I love that. And I think it's really cute. Power source has failed. What? Broken down. Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, yeah, just fix it, guys. I don't know how many times to tell you, just if it breaks, fix it. I can't be there every single time something breaks to give, you know? This is the stress of managing a zoo that people never talk about, is that you have to put up with all of these requests all the time. And it's like, just do your job, mechanic. Just look at you as well. That's really sad. That's the most sad thing I think we've seen so far. Not even an audience of one around this side of the zoo. I think this definitely means that we need some transportation like around the zoo, because there are quite a few people over here. I mean, it is bustling over here. So maybe either that, or we just get like the new educators to like go out on the other end of the zoo, and then like they can get their confidence up speaking to like one person before they have to do something like this. Which look all these people waiting. They're just waiting for this. I mean, we've made quite a great zoo, I guess, on that section, but this just gets a bit more quiet, a bit more relaxed. No one really walks this far. Ooh, who are we feeding? Is it the dhole habitat? Oh, look at these guys. We haven't seen these in ages. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but it feels it. Look at them. Oh, they all wake up for us as well. How cute is that? Very strange little animals. Anyway, that is probably about time to actually buy our... Oh my goodness. Okay, when he fixes it, that will become better. Let's buy our Gharials now. So we need 1 to 7, but we probably want one male, it looked like. If there's a male dominant system, I don't really want them fighting. So we've only got 14-year-old males. I don't know how good that is. How long do you guys live? 50. Okay, 40 is fine. I had no idea they lived that long. That's ridiculous. I swear, I think all other animals and humans live like 5 years, and that's about it. This is a good one. Okay, let's. What would you guys buy? Appeal, and that's probably the lowest. Wait, 2, 6, 2, 5, 2, 7. Okay, no, this is the highest. Okay, so this one's the highest. It's a bit more well-rounded. This one's a little bit younger, and then this one. Okay, let's just go for the best one all round. So 225. Gonna get this male. I think what's the minimum group size? Oh, just 1. Okay, that's not so bad. So we'll get a few females. Let's maybe get 3 females. So let's go for, they're all about 14. Let's go for, oh, they're 21. That's why. Okay, we don't want that one. Let's go for the younger ones. Let's go you and you and you. And now we've got 4 Gharials. Gonna send them to the zoo. And if I'm not mistaken, Gharials are like really funny ones, because normally the male... Oh no. Oh my goodness. What's attracted protesters? Pause. What's wrong? It'll probably be that there's like an extra bear in here or something. What's wrong with Peanut? Oh, she's too warm. Ah, it's probably because our power source has failed. Okay, all right, don't worry. Let's locate the mechanic, and I'm gonna manually pick you up and put you over here. Please fix this now. Look at this. What a mess. What a mess. This is what happens when we get all our mechanics to do research instead of looking after the zoo. Don't worry, your habitat will be cold again. Just go in your cave for a bit. Good, just go in your cave. It's fine. But I think gharials are ones where the males are tiny and the females are massive, which is normally the reverse because males normally are the ones that have to like fight for territory and things. But I don't know why in this case it is. I'm sure one of you in the comments will know. Oh, did they not? Oh, they're moving them out. I was going to say, did we not buy them? I swear we bought them. They're moving them in as we speak. So into quarantine, and then they will just check them over, and then we can move them into a habitat. We haven't actually got a habitat at the minute. Okay, it's just telling us the same things. We know they're broken. It's fine. That's the other bear it's telling us about. My goodness, lots and lots kicking off. But we do need our transport ride. So we need to have a look, actually, at mechanic research. And it's complete. Okay, we've also finished staff facilities, which is great. So that means we've got loads of things. Large staff room, large quarantine, large research center. This is great. Okay, because we probably will need to increase the size of, oh my goodness, of some of our facilities. Look at that. That is insane. The camera's getting a bit stuck. I think we have to double tap some of the buttons. Look at them swimming. I don't think I've ever seen the tigers swim before. Oh, they're coming up. Wow. You under here too, little Jasmine? With your fur all interesting. Or is this one of the cubs? They look very small. Yeah, it's Tony. Oh, just hitting the submarine boy. I suppose they're being fed in here, aren't they? So they can get their fish. Very cool. Learning from his dad. That's cute. Okay, they can't go anywhere because we haven't built a habitat yet. I need to just build a habitat. We've got the animals. Let's build it. Okay, so to mark out the habitat, I think we need to push this water down a little bit, push this land down so that the water's going to be a bit deeper, sorry. And then we can put the water in. I'm just going to do that with a push tool and work my way around. Okay, so I think we've done a pretty good job there of making the water a bit deeper. I can click on the water actually and make it a bit more transparent so we can actually see what's going on for now. But I wanted to make it a bit deeper, but I do want to use the land we've already got because the whole point is to try and make it eco-friendly as well. And it's not super eco-friendly to be digging loads of unnecessary areas. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to use wooden logs if I can. I need to check. They need grade 2 and 1 meter. So actually, yes, we can use small wooden logs and my favorite habitat gates, these small wooden habitat gates. And for that, I'm just thinking we're going to need to still build a habitat gate so the keepers can access it. They're going to need access to the land somewhere. I don't really want them to have to use this section over here. So I might put in a little bit of a walkway around here. It's a bit closer for them. Okay, that is a large habitat. Let's see what happens when we put the water in. Cool, nothing's broken. That's all good. It's a lot of water area and a good amount of land area too. So let's connect this path back up to our path over here. Okay, that's quite a long way around. I'm just going to amend this path a bit because it doesn't look very good there. That would be a bit more of a natural curve. There we go. And again here, I'm just going to have it swing around a bit more. There we go. It's a bit of a trek, but the keeper hut is right here, so I'm hoping it's not too far for our keepers to get to. And at least then they've got quite easy access onto this kind of landmass here. And I don't think it's going to be too steep for them. I think they should be fine. Should be fine navigating it. I'm sure our animals will be absolutely fine. So I think we've got them in quarantine. Let's grab them all because they've all passed quarantine. And let's move them into this habitat. No path to destination. Oh, maybe I need to click play. Oh, Spiffy's about to die of old age. Oh, old gal. Call the vet. Oh, she went down with a thud. She was not playing around. Bless her. Well, she will be missed. Okay, let's add them in now. I don't know why it wasn't working before. I think maybe it hadn't acknowledged that it's such a large habitat and it had worked. We do need to pause though, because we need to add in our transport ride now. So we've got our transport ride here. I haven't done a riverboat, but I am intrigued. It obviously needs to be on the water. So maybe this is where we need to move the habitat in a bit to let it flow over or go around the habitat. Okay, so I've just adjusted this fence along here so that it's still, I think it's still 1 meter the whole way around, but it's just below the water. It's just above the water line for most of the habitat, and it's slightly above in other areas like around here. But for the most part, we can always sink the ground down if we want more water. But I'm quite happy with it as it is. And we've created a bit more of a route so our transport ride can actually flow along it. Completely forgot to actually design in the transport ride when I was doing it. So what we're going to need is we're going to need them to start somewhere, probably around here. And then we're going to build our track right the way around. Okay, so we finally joined our whole ride up the whole way. So the plan is to go right the way around here, come back, and then go out here. And we've got like this view of this whole half of the habitat, and the other half, I'm actually going to leave it as it is. So it's a bit more like a conservation area. The gharials can kind of live in peace, but they can be observed from this side because I think you're going to get a really good view of them from the ride. I am going to make the ride free as well, so it's just available for all our guests, because I don't think they should have to pay for that. And it took me a while because I'd kind of forgotten how the transport rides worked. I haven't used them in a long time, honestly, in Planet Zoo. But I'm just going to add a little bit of a path here to get us a bit closer to our area, and then I'm going to loop back here like that. There we go. And we can maybe have some plants and stuff in this area. But for now, this gives us a good little entrance here. Now, it's unpowered. It's going to need an entrance and exit as well. Okay, let's get some power over here, though. That's the first thing. I think that's quite cute. We've got some Got some green in there, but then we've got the blue track. I think let's have it with 6 and see how this goes. Like 6 boats at one time. Max speed 7 miles an hour, sure. I mean, we can crank this up. But I think maybe it could even be 5. I want this to be a bit more of a chill experience. I don't know how long that's going to take though. So I tell you what, let's put it on 7 for now, and we'll see how that goes. And then we should probably do a test. What's the problem? Check the track in the loop or stations are connected. Oh yeah, we need to connect the station as well. At the minute, it's just completely unconnected. So let's place the entrance. We're going to have the entrance in over in the middle, actually. And then we're going to have an exit just to the right. And then we need to connect the entrance to the path. And we're going to need to use a queue because guests do have to queue for this facility. But as I said, we're going to make it nice and free. So we're going to use a natural queue because I don't really want to use anything else. And I think this is going to give us a fairly natural path as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A little dock area. I don't know if we're going to need more queuing than that. I don't know how popular it's going to be. So I'm going to leave it for now like that. It's now closed. We should probably do a test though. Ticket price is going to be free. That's what we like. Half load. Let's say it needs to be, yeah, half load in order to run. To be honest, if it's a quarter load, they can go. If there's no one there basically, and there's a quarter of the boat is full, they'll send the boat off. I don't want people to be waiting. Let's say a minimum wait time of, I could just type it in manually. Let's say 20 seconds and 100 seconds and a minimum departure interval of yeah, 3 is probably fine actually. I'll tell you what, let's have 5 seconds. Don't block the station. I think that's probably fine as it is. It's gonna need let's maintain this every month. Let's be honest. We know this is gonna need some serious mechanic work. I'm actually gonna add it to the work zone right now for zoo, so our mechanics get on it, along with all this other stuff here. So we've got the actual Gharial habitat, which we need to add into Asia End work zone, and I think we're gonna have them on the same. As long as we have enough keepers, it should be fine. I don't think they need their own work zone necessarily, but we may need a new keeper. So I think we're ready to open the ride. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty cute, isn't it? I don't think there's anything to actually see right now because I'm not even sure our Gharials are moving over now that we've edited the habitat. I think they're probably still just stuck in quarantine. So let's grab them from quarantine. Oh no, they're not. Oh, but they must be making their way over right across the zoo. Got one of our people here that's holding a Gharial. They're going an interesting way. Ah, they're going this route. They're going around the back. Ah, okay. That's an interesting route. That's not the one I'd have taken, but it is less crowded, I guess. And they've got a bit of a run. So I will... Oh no, one of our red pandas has died. Oh, I can't see them, but the vet will be called. Don't you worry. I think now's probably a good time to get another keeper and maybe some more caretakers now that our zoo's really expanded, and then just add them into our work zones as well. I am instantly regretting putting this so far away. I think this is going to be ridiculous for our keepers to get to. We're going to see how they're going to go. We've got another keeper for this area. It is very out the way, but I guess that's kind of what we wanted in a way. Like, we're not having guests access this in a normal way, and it's a bit of a different habitat for our zoo that kind of goes against what we have been doing the rest of the time. Well, not goes against it, but like differs from it. Oh, there they are, just as it goes a bit dark. And they look weird. This is a female. Oh my goodness. Or is it? Oh no, I was very wrong. The males are massive compared to the females. I thought it was the other way around. Look at the size difference between the male and the females. It's ridiculous. This is terrifying. That's actually really scary. I'd be terrified if that was near me. Okay, we do need to make this habitat good for them though. I doubt it's the right terrain. It's definitely not, so I'm going to do a bit of terrain painting now. Okay, they're now happy with that. Basically turned it into like a sandy haven. They're gonna need some habitat enrichment. So let's put Gharial. I'm gonna put a lot of their food on this side so it's nice and easy for the keepers to get to. Because it's not necessarily something that's gonna be seen anyway. I'm gonna put the blood pumpkin in there. And then they've got a lot of enrichment they can have. And I think then we should put quite a lot of it just around the habitat. Now we need to check if the temperature is all right for them as well. I think it is though. Yeah, it seems like the habitat's good. They're very happy with it. And now we've got enrichment. They're pretty chuffed. I think the only thing they might want is some nature, which we're definitely gonna have to add. Yes. I'm also going to change the transparency of the water back to... Oh, it's already on 1, so that's okay. And we're going to go clean water. We could go... Actually, where are these guys from? Let's have a look. Oh, India. Okay, so we don't want Amazonian water, do we? I think maybe we'll just go for what we had. It's just clean water. We could go for coffee. Which is a bit different. No, let's go for some clean water. And then... they'll start swimming around and hopefully our guests can go see them. And you know what? The boat tour's free, so if they don't see anything, that's not really our fault. Wow, this is cool. Bit of a cinematic cam. Let's have a look at what they look like in the seats. Oh, I was going to say, is this one going for the old tunnel? But it's not. It's not. Interest? That's cool. So this is what it will be like if they're all going at like max capacity. At the minute, there's not really anyone there, but that's fine. They will come, build it, and they'll come. I think when we get some more transportation around the zoo, which I think we'll do in the next episode, then it'll get more interest around here. Because it is looking a bit dead this side of the zoo. Just because it's not really very easy to get to. We could also add another entrance to our zoo on this side, which could be a great way actually to bring in guests. I just always find it a bit weird because like they just spawn out of nowhere. And like, this is already strange to me. I have to imagine there's some like vast underground network that lets people into the zoo and then they have the zoo here. Look how massive this habitat is actually in relation to all the others. We should probably have restricted it to be a bit smaller because it's got a massive amount of fencing to fix. But seeing as the keepers just do it on the inside, I don't really see why we deny them the space. We do need to edit this though, it's a bit weird. So I think what I might do as well is decorate this area a bit more. Okay, I know we're only hitting 45% nature, but I think that's because it's such a large area, and the actual island I want to keep kind of like as like an oasis, but not too much, like not too many plants. Like we've got quite good coverage in here. I don't think it needs to go too crazy. And I'm quite happy with what we've got, really. It looks quite cute now as you go through. I debated adding like a waterfall here, but I thought that might be a bit much, and it's not really like realistic. It's just like a flat piece of land, which I kind of wanted to respect in like the land had formed naturally. So I was just gonna leave it as it is, but we've got some nice trees to complement it now. Oh no, I've just realized that the pygmy hippo that we had earlier, the young one, is the sibling of Lamont, so we're gonna have to release her now. For 125. We still got 2 pygmy hippo females and 1 male though, so it's plenty to carry on breeding. And then we need to carry on populating this area because I realized I didn't actually finish it up, and it definitely needs some more attention. Okay, so I got a bit carried away and built like a whole harbor area for our boat tour here, which I think is really cool. Unfortunately, I don't know if there is, or maybe we just haven't unlocked yet, like any Gharial specific construction pieces. But I think this is really cute for the area. And look at these boats coming in. They're adorable. Plus, it gives a bit more of like a reasonable explanation to get up here. I know we've got the ramp here, but there's this area as well. And I like that the tracks are kind of underwater. I know technically that the actual tracks themselves wouldn't be like massively eco-friendly because it is all made out of steel. But I'm kind of just imagining, we've made them blue, and for this habitat, I'm kind of imagining that they're not real, and we just have like boat like tours, like tour guides to go and take them around, which I think is much cuter. And it gives a really cool view of the island from here as well. We put this in as well as like a little pond area down here that's kind of like houses our solar panels too, which is really cute. I don't know if it makes much sense to have any habitat education for this area. We could put in a donation bin, though I'm not really sure how much it's going to get used. I'm tempted just to copy some bins and maybe a donation bin and some benches and just put them in like we do normally. But I'll be a bit more sparing on the donation bins. I just want to quickly note as well that I actually had to raise the barriers up very slightly so that the Gharials couldn't actually get out, because I realized when they're right on the line of the water that they could escape. But that didn't take long. I just literally raised them up very slightly, and I still think the effect is pretty cool, and it's all glass anyway. Oh my goodness, dangerous fighting due to overcrowding. We've got Gummy and Kim. They're our adults. I think, have they got too many babies or something that have, they've grown up. We've got Dahlia as a young adult. Right, okay. We're going to release Dahlia into the wild. That's 45 credits. That's a lot. I think if we just move Kim over here and we move Gummy over here, and then you two could just play nicely because you're far away from each other. We've got to get rid of Sage as well, who's matured. So, look, we released 2 Komodo dragons into the wild. How cool is that? And now everyone should be nice and happy. The adults can carry on doing as they do. Oh my goodness, we've got the same issue with Siberian tigers. Does this mean that their babies have already grown up? Oh my goodness, Sunset, look at you. Well, we got to release them. 440 credits. Oh my god, that's insane. Wow, okay, well, we're gonna profit from these. Let's see. Oh, Dusk and Jasmine. Okay, don't fight with your mum. All right, Dusk will release into the wild. Look, there you go. Casper's coming to back up his girl, Jasmine. Or is Jasmine the youngest? No, Jasmine's the mum. Tony's the other one. Tony's the other little one, but not so little anymore. Look at that face. Let's release him into the wild too. 557 credits. Oh my goodness. We've got loads of conservation credits now. Look at that's insane. We've got 10,000. 10,000. We get some nice big animals now with that. I hope that you like that we did things a little bit different with this episode and built a whole island for the Gharials to live in that they can access via a boat tour that's free for the guests. It was cool to do something that's a bit more like outside of the zoo but still joined onto it, and it feels a bit more like a conservation habitat than some of our other ones, which I really like. If you have liked this episode, please give it a like. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you in the next one.